emergence of the new Botswana, then still a chrysalis in a dangerous world. Writing lessons, with the letters of the alphabet being described in white chalk on an ancient blackboard, all whirls and loops. Arithmetic, with its puzzling multiplication tables that needed to be learned by heart, when there was so much else that the heart had to learn. The water cart, of course, didn't pass very often, and so, on most days, there was a long trudge to school and a long walk back. Some children had an even greater journey. In one class there was a boy who walked 7 miles there and 7 miles back, even in the hottest of months, when the sun came down upon Botswana like a pounding fist, when the cattle huddled together under the umbrella shade of the acacia tree, not daring to wander off in search of what scraps of grass remained. This boy thought nothing of his daily journey. This is what you did if you wanted to go to school to learn the things that your parents had never had the chance to learn. And you did not complain, even if, during the rainy season, you might narrowly escape being struck by lightning, or being washed away by the torrents that rose in the previously dry watercourses. You did not complain in that Botswana. Now, of course, it was different, and it was the contemplation of these differences that made Mma Ramotswe think about walking again. "We are becoming lazy, Mma Ramotswe," said Mma Makutsi one afternoon, as they sipped their afternoon cup of red bush tea in the offices of the No. 1 Ladies' Detective Agency. "Have you noticed? We are becoming lazy." Mma Ramotswe frowned. There were times when Mma Makutsi made statements that suffered from that classic flaw of all generalizations. They were just too general. This observation, it seemed to her, could be such a remark. "Do you mean that you and I are becoming lazy?" she asked her assistant. "If you do, then I do not think that's right, Mma Makutsi. Take this morning, for instance. We finished that report on security at the loan office, and we wrote a lot of letters. 6, 7, I think. That is not being lazy." Mma Makutsi raised a hand in protest. "No, Ma, I did not mean that. I did not mean to say that you and I are becoming lazy, or not specially lazy. I'm talking about everybody." Mma Ramotswe raised an eyebrow. "The whole of Botswana?" Mma Makutsi nodded. "Yes, the whole country. And it's not just Botswana, Ma. We are no worse than anybody else. In fact, I am sure that there are many much lazier countries elsewhere. What I really meant was that people in general are becoming lazy." Mma Ramotswe, who'd been prepared to defend Botswana against Mma Makutsi's accusations, relaxed. If the remark was about people in general, and not just about the residents of Gaborone, then Mma Makutsi's theory could at least be heard out. "Why do you say that people are becoming lazy, Ma?" she asked. Mma Makutsi glanced through the half-open door that led from the agency into the garage. On the other side of the workshop, Mr. J.L.B. Matekoni was showing his 2 apprentices an engine part. "You see those 2 boys out there?" she said. "Charlie and—" "Fanwell," supplied Mma Ramotswe. "We must start using his name. It's not kind to be forgetting it all the time." "Yes, Charlie and Fanwell," said Mma Makutsi. "It is a stupid name, though, don't you think, Mma? Why would anybody be called Fanwell?" Mma Ramotswe couldn't let this pass. Mma Makutsi was too hard on the 2 apprentices, particularly on the older one, Charlie. Words had passed between them more than once.